Hello everyone. Sorry, this was very unscripted. I did not think I would have to make this video, but given the situation, I feel like I have to. First off, hi, hello. I'm Silent. I am a digital artist. And for the context of this video, I am in the US, which will be important. So, you know how there was, the updates and stuff about Australia and I think the UK getting age verification stuff to restrict minors from using social media? That's apparently happening in the US as well, which I did not know. I didn't hear anyone talking about that part, so I thought it was just Australia and the UK, and I think some other places that I don't remember off the top of my head. But I got a very interesting email yesterday. So, as you can see, it is from Google. And it's, "Hi Silent, we updated your settings. Google couldn't confirm you're an adult, so some account settings have changed." And then it shows which things changed. So first of all, I don't know why they can't confirm I'm an adult, because here, while I don't use my account for much, yeah, this was me trying to figure out if I had something in my settings that made them think I wasn't an adult. But as you can see, I don't really use my art account for much other than posting or checking other people's art. But I don't know why this was labeled as childish, I guess. But you got the point, right? So, yeah. So before YouTube decides I'm also not an adult, despite talking about college and currently being in university, I would like to, I guess, clarify that I am an adult. I know this is just me talking, but I'm not gonna, put my ID out here on the internet. And the whole point of my PNG is that I don't have to show my face, because I like my privacy. Thank you. But yeah, so I don't know how to phrase this. Okay, so I'm in the US. I'm old enough to legally drink. So if you're familiar with US laws, you're not legally allowed to purchase or sell alcohol until you're 21. So that puts me at 21 or older. But also in the case of the US, you are an adult at 18. So, I don't know, it's just, I'm very much an adult. It's silly that I got hit with the age restriction. But realize mentioning being able to drink might make things worse. So I would like to clarify that just because I can doesn't mean I do. And that's kind of for two reasons. One is dietary restrictions. Reduces the amount of alcohols I can actually drink. For context, I can't eat gluten. It really bothers my stomach and gives me bad headaches. And then secondly, I just don't really care to drink alcohol. That's it. But I'm in my 20s. Like, I hate that I have to say that because I really did like keeping my age really anonymous and stuff. But yeah, I'm in my 20s. Please don't age restrict me. YouTube, I'm looking at you if you hit me with an age restriction. But yeah. And when I was talking about this online, trying to figure out why I might have been hit with it, or that it was stupid that I was hit with it, some people were saying that, oh, you do need to give your ID for monetization and whatnot to get paid for taxes and stuff. And I get that. My YouTube channel's not anywhere near that. And I'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But in all likelihood, I don't like the idea of just giving my license ID out to some unknown person, especially on the internet. Like, that just, I don't want that information leaked. I don't want someone to be able to use that information for impersonation or whatnot. Like, that's kind of my whole issue with this, is to appeal these age things, you have to give up very personal information, like your credit card, or take a selfie, or submit your ID. And there are people who don't want to have that on the internet or don't feel comfortable giving that stuff because impersonation and stuff is a real issue. So, I don't know. I think if you want to do this age verification thing, don't use an AI for this, because the AI is going to make a mistake. It's nowhere near advanced enough for this type of stuff. Like, I understand wanting to remove human error and whatnot, but the fact that I got age restricted for just literally using my account for only posting or viewing other people's art is ridiculous. Like, sorry, I don't look at adult content because that's disgusting, and I'm Christian, so I'm not gonna go looking for that regardless. But yeah, YouTube, I'm in my 20s. You're still not gonna get my ID to verify that. The only reason you'd get my ID is if I somehow reach monetization and I feel like it's a good idea. Sorry, I like my privacy and don't trust a big online entity with my personal information. But yeah, Google, if you see this, I'm an adult. Sorry, I don't look at adult stuff to make you think I'm actually an adult. I'm not actually sorry, I don't look at adult stuff. It's gross. I can say that because I accidentally read an adult book way too young, because I didn't realize adult meant adult content and not adult reading level. Just in case there are book people out here, FYI, Throne of Glass is not very safe for kids to read. I learned that the hard way. Way too young. But yeah. If I don't plan to do any... I know that some people do drinking or gambling content on social platforms. I don't plan to do that at all. Mostly because I don't really endorse that or anything. But if I did do that, I would properly label everything because I do care about the kids. Unlike you with this. Sorry, I don't see how this is protecting the kids. But yeah, stupid that I have to make this video, but also stupid that I got hit with the age restriction. And yeah, for the people in the US, FYI, we apparently are getting the age restriction nonsense. And Google is apparently part of it, so yeah. Good luck to everyone out there who's gonna have to deal with this as well. Let's hope that not too many adults get age restricted, because honestly, I see more adults getting age restricted than children. But also, it's on the parents to filter what their kids are seeing. It should not be on these entities or the government to do so, unless the government wants to ban device usage until a certain age or something. But even then, I don't see how they could actually enforce that. But I don't know, I didn't grow up with social media or devices really, because at my school, okay, I went to a private school, and I went to the same school from preschool to 9th grade. So I was there for a really long time. Chromebooks were not introduced until I was in 4th grade. And we only had a tech class then. We didn't actually get to use Chromebooks until, I think, 6th grade. We had them occasionally in 5th grade, but we weren't really allowed to use them. And then at home, we didn't have a laptop or a device that we could use for schoolwork because it wasn't needed until it was needed. So until 6th grade, did not have a desktop or anything. We had the TV, and my dad had a desktop, and we had an iPad that we could play games on, but yeah, no desktop until I was 6th grade when it was needed for school. And at that point, we only had YouTube. YouTube was the only thing allowed. And then I didn't get a phone until between 8th and 9th grade, and I only got one because I started working at my family's farm, and my parents needed a way to know when to pick me up and stuff. And social media was still banned in the house, aside from YouTube. It's only been in more recent years that social media has been allowed in our house, really. Or at least for me. I say that, but it's been a while. I'm in my 20s. Let's see, when was it that I was actually... When was I actually allowed to have social media? I think it was later in high school. like my last 2 years of high school was when stuff was finally like unbanned. So yeah. Well, stuff aside from YouTube, so I very much grew up without social media, and I think I was better off for it. But that was my parents' decision to restrict that. And that's how it should be. It's on the parents. The government and these internet entities should not have to enforce this, especially if they don't have a proper way to do it without it affecting a bunch of people that it shouldn't affect. So this whole age restriction that's done through an AI is not the correct way to go about this. And honestly, all you're going to do is affect more adults than you are kids. Because if it's looking at the content you're looking at, if a kid is watching adult content, how is the AI going to know that that could be a kid? If it's just saying, oh, they're watching adult content, they must be an adult. But they could be a kid watching it. So you're not actually protecting the kids. My worry here is that this is just data collection. They just want adults' information and they're going to use that for something. I don't know what, and that scares me. But yeah. Google, YouTube, whatever other entity out there that is going to do this age restriction. I'm in my 20s. I'm US. I'm allowed to drink. Do with that information what you will. I hate that I had to clarify this, but I'm going to do it before I get hit with further age verifications or age restrictions. Thank you for my TED Talk. That's a joke. This is not a TED Talk. I don't ever want to go on a TED Talk. That is terrifying. Sorry. Yeah. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Except you, Google. Sorry. I'm kind of just pissed. But yeah. Hopefully the next video I can put out can actually be an art video and not something serious like this. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Bye-bye.